to study about the taxonomy of angiosperm. So this topic, this paper is mentioned in the syllabus of Savitribai Phule Pune University. SYBSc, the code of this paper is BO231. Second year, third semester and paper number first, taxonomy of angiosperm. So what is the meaning of taxonomy and what is the meaning of angiosperm? This word angiosperm is most important in the plant classification system according to Bentham and Hooker. So according to Bentham and Hooker natural classification system, so angiosperms is divided into two words. First is the angions and second one is the sperma. Okay, so first is angions and second one is sperma. What is the meaning of angiosperm? So angions and sperma, these two words is vice versa to each other. Angions means sac-like structure. Okay, you know sac-like structure, and sperma means seed. So these angiosperm belong from the phanerogams according to Bentham and Hooker in the plant classification system. You are very well know plant classification is divided into two groups, cryptogams and phanerogams. Cryptogams is thallophyte, bryophyte and pteridophyte, algae and fungi. And phanerogams is divided into gymnosperma and angiosperm. So angiosperm is known as the flowering plant as well as seed bearing plant. So angions means sac like structure and sperma means seed, means those seed they are looking as like sac. So sac like structure means it is also known as enclosed seed. Okay, so this seed in the angiosperm, this seed is very enclosed, means they are covering like structure present in the surrounding region of the seed. So this seed is very enclosed, and total opposite vice versa condition in the gymnosperm. Gymnosperm, there is a condition of naked type of the seed. Okay, so gymnons means naked and sperma means seed. So the angiospermic plants means they are seed bearing plant, and seed is the sac like structure, enclosed seed they are present in the angiosperm, and this group is a very highly evolved group in the plant classification system, and this group containing the most important beautiful part in the plant body, you are very well know flower. Okay, so flowering plants they are present generally in the angiospermic group, and this flower is the most beautiful part in the plant body, and they are also known as a reproductive part. Okay, means without flower reproduction are not takes place. So in the plant group angiosperms are highly evolved plant. Okay, means according to evolution, scientists they are great contribute, Bentham and Hooker, J.D. Hooker and George Bentham, they are great contribute in the plant classification system and taxonomy also. So according to Bentham and Hooker, they are study geological time scale. Geological time scale according to evolution means different periods or different eras they are mentioned in the geological time scale. For example, Mesozoic era, then Cenozoic era, Jurassic era. You know the movie Jurassic Park, dinosaur is evolved in Jurassic period, Jurassic era. So Mesozoic, Cenozoic, Jurassic, so these all periods or all eras they are mentioned in the geological time scale. According to Bentham and Hooker scientists, they are study geological time scale means evolutionary periods, and some plants as well as animals are evolved in the each and every era. So they are study about the plant. What is the plant modification system? Okay, so what is the evolution period? So evolution is nothing but the modification, and this modification is present or found in the plant as well as animal, in all living organism present in that selected population. Means, for example, this is selected population, and for example this is our college campus, and in the selected population there is the presence of the living organism. For example, we are denoting the symbols for plants firstly, second one is the different symbol we are utilized for the animal, and last one is microorganism, or it is also known as micro. So these all living organism, they are found in the selected population, and we are study about this population, study about individual living organism. So living organism, they are found in the selected population or particular population, for example plant, animal and microbes. So we are interested in the plant, so we are study about the plant and plant in between two plants. So the taxonomical aspects are three criteria or three parameters are utilized for the taxonomy, and these are the most important concept. This is the introductory lecture. Okay, so generally in the population, first we are discussing about the plant group. This plant group is isolating from the population, and we are studying about the plant in the population. So first is the number of plant present in that population. Okay, so how many plants they are present in that selected population? This is the first criteria. Second one is the different types of the variety are present in that particular population. So we are study about the variety present in that population. Different varieties are present. So different variety means the selected population, we are study individually the plant group, and the various type of the plant or various type of the variety of plant we are observe in the selected population. So first is the number of plant. First is number of plant. Second one is variety of plant group in the population, and third one is the study of these all group as the comparative manner. Okay, so study of all group at comparison or comparative manner means the within the species. Okay, so different species they are present in the population, different plant species are found, and we are study about the different plant species in the one population. So by the scientists Bentham and Hooker, they are study individually level the plant classifications or plant evolution. So you are very well know, firstly evolved plant group is algae. So they are evolutionary period, they are study about the plant, and they are plant classified into different groups, and this group is the algae, fungi, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm, and last one is angiosperm. That's why angiosperm is the highly evolved group. Means angiosperm, they are divides the herb, shrub, tree and climbers. Then angiosperm is also known as flowering plant. Means flower they are present only and only angiosperm, because angiosperm is highly evolved plant according to evolutionary period. So this Bentham and Hooker, they are classifying the plant into different groups, and they are study very simple at the morphological level as well as anatomical level only. They are not study about the DNA, RNA, molecule level, genetic level, no. So according to Bentham and Hooker, they are study only and only morphology and anatomy. Okay, so this is the introductory lecture for what is the meaning of angiosperm. So now we are discussing about the angiosperm, plant classification system, evolutionary period, evolution according to scientists Bentham and Hooker. So plant group is classified into different groups, cryptogams and phanerogams, you are very well known. Now we are discussing about the taxonomy. What is the meaning of taxonomy? Okay, so taxonomy is again divides into two words, taxus and nomus. Okay, so taxus and second one is the nomi or nomus. What is the meaning of taxonomy or taxos and nomi? So first is the taxus, means plant list or list of the plant, or it is also known as arrangement of the plant. Okay, so taxus means what? Arrangement. Means, for example, you have to go on the field, any field. Firstly, you have to observe the plant body. So you have to observe the plant at the morphological level. You have to observe the stem, root, leaves of the plant. Not root but leaves, stem and flowers. So this all part you have to observe by morphologically by your naked eyes. Okay. So most important thing you have to observe and the making the list of the plant. Okay. So this variety of plant present in the selected population, for example. So list of the plant are most important. You have to arrange the plant. Arrangement is also most important because you have to cataloging the plant group or cataloging the plant into different groups. Okay. For example, it is also known as a flora. What is the meaning of flora? Flora is the list of the different plants present in that particular population. For example, flora of Mahabaleshwar Taluka, flora of Baramati, flora of Mawad means the particular selected population, different plant variety are present and you have to listing together these all plant. Firstly, you have to collect together. So this taxus means the plant list, means arrangement of the plant, and it also known as flora. Second one is the nomi. Nomi means a nomenclature, or it is also known as a rule or law. Means you have to naming the plant, give the specific name of the particular plant body. For example, the selected population one plant is unknown. So you have to study about this in detail about the plant and then give the specific name of the particular plant body. And his name naming of the particular plant by the according to some rules or law by the I, C, B and N. What is the meaning? Full form of ICBN, International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. So you have to use the principles or rules of botanical nomenclature for the nomenclature of the plant body for the giving the specific name of the unknown plant. Okay, so taxonomy means what? Texas means the plant list or arrangement of the plant. Nomus or nomi means rule or law, or it is short form, it is also known as lawful arrangement. Lawful arrangement. Okay, so lawful arrangement means they are known as taxonomy. Okay, so taxonomy is plant list or arrangement and they are known as lawful arrangement. Okay, second one, what is the definition of taxonomy? These are the most important definition of taxonomy. So definition of taxonomy is very easy, because firstly you have to go on the field observation of any plant body. So observe the plant. First and most important step is identification, because you have to go on the field and first you have to identify the plant group. So first step is what? Identification. How to identify the plant? So some criteria to identifying the plant group, to identify the plant, some peculiar characteristic feature present in that plant, they are utilized to identify the plant variety from the selected population. Okay, so identification of the plant, this is the first criteria. And identification means, for example, plant is divided two groups. First is the dicots and second one is the monocotyledons plant. The characteristic feature of dicot plant and monocot plant is vice versa to each other. And firstly, you have to observe the leaves of plant of dicot and monocot. What is the difference between leaf of dicot plant and monocot? So firstly we are discussing about the dicot plant. In the dicot plant they are containing the simple type of the leaf. Simple leaf, for example Mangifera indica. Simple type of the leaf they are present and they are containing the venation pattern is reticulate type of the venation. Okay, so network of veins, venation pattern is reticulate type and leaf is the simple type of the leaf they are present. Okay, so in the dicot plant, the simple type of the leaves they are present. You have to observe the simple type of the leaves, but there is some problems. You are not observe the root of the plant because root is present in the underground portion. Okay, so from the leaf you are identify the root. How it is possible? So in the dicot plant there is the presence of simple type of the leaf, and about the root system, second one criteria is root. Which type of the root they are present in the dicot plant? So generally taproot system they are present in the dicot plant. Taproot system is the V-shaped root system, and in the tip region there is the presence of root tip. Root tip is the hard part present in the tip region of the root. They are functioning to protection of tissue present inside the root. Okay, as like a cap of pen. Okay, so these root tip, they are functioning to the protection as well as penetration. Okay, and the surrounding region of the root, there is the presence of root hairs, and you know the function of root hairs, there is the absorption of water and minerals from the soil. So this type of the root system means taproot system. Taproot system is present in the dicot plant. So you are observe the simple type of the leaf with the reticulate veneration, and this leaf present in that dicot plant means this plant is dicot. So this root containing this plant is taproot system. Okay, so next is the monocot plant. In the monocot plant, for example, ziamaids or Musa paradisica means banana. Okay, so leaf of Musa paradisica, they are long, elongated. Okay, long, elongated and containing the parallel type of the veneation. Veneation pattern is parallel. In the dicot plant, there is the reticulate type of the veneation, they are present, and in the monocot plant, there is the presence of parallel type of the veneation. So leaf is the long, elongated and parallel type of the veneation. So this plant is the monocot plant. And the root systems of monocot plant, they are always fibrous or advantageous type of the root system are present. For example, ziamaids or Musa paradisica or Canna indica. Okay, so this is the difference between dicot and monocot plant. We are utilize the dicot and monocot for the identification criteria. This is the criteria or parameter to identify the plant from the population and or from the field. So you have, by using this parameter, you have to identify the plant group. Means firstly, first step, you have to go on the field. So first step is the identification. You have to identify the plant group firstly. Second one is the description. Description means you have to describe the plant group. How to describe? So you have to utilize two characteristic feature containing the plant. First is morphology and second one is anatomy. What is the meaning of morphology and what is the meaning of anatomy? So morphology is the nothing but the external appearance of the plant body. Okay, so morphology is nothing but this characteristic feature is also known as macroscopic characters. Macroscopic means these characters are you have to observe by your naked eyes or external appearance. For example, stem, leaves and leaf. Okay, so this characteristic feature is known as external characters, and second criteria or characteristic feature we are utilized is anatomical characters. So it is also known as internal characteristic feature. Internal characters. Okay, so external and internal characters we are utilized for the description. Okay, you have to describe the plant group. For example, morphological feature is stem. Stem. So stem, firstly, morphological characteristic feature is the cylindrical. And this is the morphology. Second one, anatomical feature means you have to taking the transverse section of the stem. Means some tissue are present, means group of cell present in that plant, but this tissue you have not observed by your naked eyes. So you have to take the transverse section of the stem, you have to take the transverse section of the leaves, and this section is observed under microscope, so you will be conclude which type of the tissue system they are present inside the plant, which type of the tissue they are arranged inside the plant. After you have to observe after taking the transverse section. So section of the plant of again dicot and monocot. After taking the TS, this TS you have to observe under microscope. So this section is arrangement of the vascular bundles. These are the most important. Arrangement of the vascular bundles in ring-like manner. Ring-like manner. Ring-like manner means in between xylem and phloem there is the presence of cambium ring, and this cambium ring are functioning to secondary growth. Means this cambium ring is also known as annual ring or annual ring. They are formed annually, and this is the formula to calculate the age of the plant. Okay, so dicot plant stem is very hard because they are increase the girth of the plant due to cambium rings in form in the stem. But second one is the monocot plant. There is no presence of cambium ring. Absence of cambium rings means cambium ring is totally absent and vascular bundle is arranged scattered like manner. So this is the difference between morphological feature as well as anatomical feature in the plant body. You have to describe the plant at the level of morphology as well as anatomy. Then also plant classify. Third step is classification. So for the identification, for the description, we are classifying the plant into different groups. For example, dicot and monocot. So these plants are classified into different groups: roots, leaf and stem. This is the character. Again, root, leaf and stem. So this parameter we are utilized or we are studying about the classifying or identification of the plant by the taxonomy. Okay, so classification is most important because you have to observe any plant body or identify or study. So classification or sorting the plant group is most important. By the scientists Bentham and Hooker, they are study about the plant at the evolutionary manner, but they are classifying the group according to the morphological character as well as anatomical characteristics of the plant. So classification is also most important part in taxonomy. And last one is nomenclature. Last one is nomenclature. Means giving the specific name of the particular plant body. So this is the definition of the plant taxonomy. Plant taxonomy, it is the branch of the botany which deals with the study of identification. First you have to identify the plant, second one is the description, third one is the classification, and fourth one is nomenclature of the plant. Okay, so next point mentioned in the syllabus is the fundamentals of taxonomy. So fundamentals of taxonomy, fundamentals means what? Fundamentals is also known as correlation. Correlation. Correlation means what? Correlation means this all four aspects of the plant taxonomy: identification, description, classification and nomenclature, they are correlate to each other. Correlate means they are totally depending on each other. For example, identification, description and classification. And in the middle there is the presence of nomenclature or naming. This is the cycle or this is the fundamentals of taxonomy. Means identification, first criteria, second one is the description, classification and nomenclature. These all four aspects, they are correlate to each other. Is known as fundamentals. Means they are as like the bridge and pillars. So these three identify, classify and describe. This is the pillar of taxonomy. Okay. Next point is the scope of taxonomy. Means taxonomy are utilized in the different branches. Which branches? So next point is scope of taxonomy. So scope of taxonomy is taxonomy are utilized in the branch of first morphology. So morphology is the external appearance, the study of external characteristic feature, and morphology are utilized in the description of taxonomy. Second one is the anatomy. Anatomy is the internal structure. You are very well known taking the transfer section and observe under microscope the study of tissue system of plant body. Different tissue they are present inside the plant body. Means for example epidermis, hypodermis, cortex region, parenchyma, sclerenchyma, collenchyma, xylem, phloem, vascular bundles, and last one is the pith. So this is the anatomical feature. This is the internal structure. You have to observe under microscope is known as anatomy. So taxonomy are also in the taxonomy anatomical feature we are utilized. Then next one is the embryology. So you know what embryo is what? Embryo is two types, dicot and monocot, and after fertilization zygotic stage they are present. Diploid zygote means male and female gametes, they are fused together. Male is haploid in condition, female is also haploid in condition, and they are fused together, and after fusion of male and female gamete there is the presence of zygote, and after cellular division there are formation of embryo. embryonic stage. This embryology means study of the embryo or development of the embryo is known as embryogenesis and is known as embryology. So taxonomy are also utilized in the branch of embryology. Next one is the evolution. So this is the base of taxonomy, means plants are classified into different groups, cryptogams and phanerogams, according to scientists George Bentham and Z.D. Hooker. So they are study about the evolutionary period. They are study about the evolution and they are classify the plant into different groups. Next one is the genetics also. They are utilized in genetics and molecular biology. Means they are study about the molecular biology at the DNA and RNA level. Okay. For example, the one problem is the plant they are found in the selected population. The height of that particular plant is very stunted or containing stunted growth. Why? Because the height is the characteristic feature and the gene, one gene, they are responsible for that height. This gene is not well expressed. So we are utilized some molecular biological events. We are increase the height of that particular plant. This process is known as recombinant DNA technology. But for the recombinant DNA technology, for the increase the height of the plant by using molecular biology, firstly you have to identify the plant group. Firstly you have to know about the plant group. Firstly you have to know about the plant of name, genus name and species name. So these all things are utilized for the taxonomy. Plant taxonomy you are utilized for the knowing the plant group, knowing the plant name and knowing about the characteristics of plant. Okay, so molecular biology, and last one is the paleobotany. So this is the scope of taxonomy. We are utilized for the taxonomical branch. So taxonomy is very easy topic to understand the students to identify, classify, describe and nomenclature of the plant group. Okay, so next point is discussing in the next lecture. Thank you.